Muluganaka, and before I begin my remarks today, maybe I be allowed to just acknowledge the landowners on whose land we gather here today. Wakaturanga sa katigay na batulevu, wasa na momolevu na tui Nadi, kanto kay sa katigo na nema mi mai songo, and namuni soso na singenday, and kaya na may tuwa lagi sa katigo. Na bebo saiking balatanan on the Manoa. To the distinguished guests present here today, and I see the presence of the Governor of the Reserve Bank and other esteemed captains of industry present here today, FHRI members, BSP Life representatives, and the major sponsor. Ladies and gentlemen, and as they say in this neck of the woods, Lola Vina, and a very good evening to you all. It is an absolute honor and a privilege to join you here today for the closing of this year's BSP Life 2025 FHRI Convention, the 20th anniversary of FHRI. Give yourselves all a round of applause. Over the past few days, you have gathered to share insights, challenge ideas, deepen our understanding on the transformative role that human resource plays in shaping Fiji's future. I commend FHRI for consistently providing this platform for learning, collaboration, and progress. And as you may or may not be aware, I have a very little close affiliation with the FHRI because of my beloved wife, Anne Steele. Kamikamica, as they say. Today, I wish to take the opportunity to reflect on the state of the economy, the bold steps we are taking to diversify it, and how we are investing in our greatest assets, our people, to build a future-ready workforce. But before I do, I thought I'd touch on three things just very quickly. And one of them was the Constitution of Fiji. Some may ask, why is the government of the day so preoccupied with trying to change the Constitution? And for me, it is an opportunity to genuinely unify our country as one people. And if we are able to achieve that through this process, we would have done a great service, not only to our generation, but to the generations of children that come behind us. There is, of course, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission that has just started their process as well. Our question has always been, why? And really, when you come to think of it, over the last 30 plus years, there's been a lot of hurt in our country. And it's time to heal, unify, and move on as one people. And finally, the ERAP bill, and Kameli sort of eloquently described the closeness that is developing between the Acting Permanent Secretary for Employment and John. And it dawned on me that this is one of the reasons I exactly wanted to get into serve. To actually create the atmosphere or the avenue where we can argue our points freely, without fear or favor, and still sit together like they do and laugh about it after. And for me, it was a big tick in terms of some of the things I wanted to do when I decided to join the national service. In terms of the Fijian economy, it has recovered and continues to grow. After navigating a series of global shocks, including the COVID-19 pandemic, supply chain disruptions, rising inflation, and climate-related challenges, our nation has proven resilient and adaptive. In 2024, we recorded strong growth of 3.8%, well above the national average, and this year we project 3.4%. This buoyant economy is driven by tourism, construction, remittances, and a renewed sense of business confidence. More than 1 million visitors visited our shores last year, significantly contributing to national income. However, we understand that resilience is not enough. We must build a future-ready economy that can withstand global volatility. The US-China trade war is definitely a case in point. I view this, of course, as a transitory period, but Fiji needs to focus on the long game. In terms of economic diversification, it is no longer an option. It is a national priority. While tourism will remain for the long future a cornerstone of our economy, the government is actively investing in sectors such as agriculture, the blue economy, green energy, manufacturing, aquaculture, and digital trade. In agriculture, we are moving beyond traditional crops like sugar, and funding is now supporting cultivation of alternative produce such as angona, turmeric, and high-value commodities. The Agriculture Task Force is working closely with investors to facilitate large-scale ventures that can unlock new markets, strengthen food security, and more importantly, develop a genuine rural economy. At the same time, the government continues to support micro, small, and medium enterprises through targeted grants, enabling everyday Fijians to start and scale business, create jobs, and contribute to national growth. Through cooperatives and the Solo-Salavaki concept, we are encouraging communities to pool resources together, ensuring that economic progress is inclusive and sustainable for generations to come. A significant game changer for Fiji is the entry of global tech giants Google and Starlink. Their presence will help connect previously underserved regions, revolutionize the ICT sector, and definitely open up employment opportunities. The digital transformation is further supported by the automation of government processes, which will lead to cutting down of red tape, improving turnaround times and transparency, and improving the ease of doing business. We aim to replicate efficiency across every sector of government. None of these achievements would be possible without strong collaboration between the public and private sectors. Through these partnerships, we are seeing real progress, from hotel developments to innovative ventures that uplift communities and drive economic advancement. Ultimately, people remain at the heart of our vision. Our success depends on building a skilled, innovative, and future-ready workforce empowered to take Fiji forward. And so, the work continues. On this note, I would like to speak briefly about the Employment Relations Advisory Board (ERAB) consultations, the reforms we are pursuing in employment laws, which are grounded in dialogue, fairness, and shared responsibility. Through our national consultations, we've heard from employers, unions, HR professionals, and the wider public. What is clear is this: Fiji labor laws must evolve to reflect the needs of today's workplace, but flexible arrangements need to be included to ensure that as we move forward, the economy also grows. We thank those of you who have contributed to the ERAB bill so far. Your insights have been critical, and we remain committed to ensuring that our policies strike the right balance between economic growth and worker protection. And please be assured that this government, the People's Coalition government, or your government, will ensure that consultation is done comprehensively, leaving no stone unturned. As we navigate the fourth industrial revolution, we are challenged to prepare a workforce that is not only employable, but employable in the future. Automation, artificial intelligence, digital platforms, and reshaping jobs across all sectors will be something to be considered. We are already witnessing shifts in financial services, retail, tourism, agriculture, and public administration. Our response must be strategic and bold. This means reskilling, upskilling, and embracing lifelong learning. It also means designing policies that encourage workforce transition so that no one is left behind. Government, academia, HR professionals, and business leaders must collaborate to prepare our workers not just for today's tasks, but for tomorrow's possibilities. One of the most powerful messages that has come through this convention is the strategic role of HR plays in national development. Traditionally, if you have worked as long as I have, and my beloved wife Ann Steele, HR was seen as a support function, focused on recruitment, payroll, and internal policies. But today, you have proven that HR is a strategic partner in driving productivity, innovation, and sustainability. HR professionals are now shaping workforce policy, advising on organizational transformation, leading digital transitions, and creating inclusive cultures that unlock talent. Let me be clear. HR excels, economic organizations exceed, and the economy benefits. You are the bridge between national economic goals and the human capabilities needed to achieve them. Over the course of this convention, you've explored critical themes from organizational agility and succession planning to digital tools and emotional intelligence. You have shown us that HR is at the center of driving business transformation, supporting employee well-being, and creating workplaces that reflect our national values. What stands out most to me is your collective commitment to not just managing change, but leading it. I want to commend you all, each of you, for the ideas you have shared, the partnerships you have strengthened, and the future that you are building together. As a suggestion to all of you, one of the things that Kameli mentioned outside was at some point in FHRI's existence, you used to be an advisor to government on HR policy, HR guidelines. You continually hear about the workers are not ready, the university students are not ready when they come to work. Let's work together. Compile a list of ideas, compile constructive suggestions that can assist government in formulating the right policies to allow this country, your country, to thrive. The other one that dawned on me in listening to Mr. Steve Chan was the skills gaps issue, and the fact that we don't have any data on skills gaps in Fiji. So I have immediately, whilst he was speaking, emailed him and volunteered to initiate a skills gaps exercise with him to try and really understand the issue and then formulate policies once we are clear where the needs are for Fiji. As a ministry, we are committed to supporting digital transformation across industries. You may have seen the launch of the National Digital Strategy for Fiji. And if you haven't seen a copy, please find a copy or ask us for a copy. I believe that in terms of pillars of where the country will move in its future, digital transformation will be front and center in terms of where Fiji wishes to take itself in the years to come. We are expanding access in terms of ICT infrastructure enabled by Google and Starlink. We've encouraged investment in digital skills and are creating an enabling environment for innovation. But technology alone is not enough. We must also modernize policies to ensure the workforce is protected, productive, and prepared. And of course, it goes without saying that our ministry stands ready to support you as HR practitioners and the workplaces to ensure that we continue to deliver agile, inclusive, and tech-powered employees. As we close this successful convention, I firstly want to again acknowledge and thank the Fiji Human Resources Institute, FHRI, its executives, BSP Life, the major sponsor, the organizing committee, all the speakers that are still here or have left, and of course, every participant who participated in this event. This is, of course, in my view, more than a conference. It is somewhat of a movement for change. Let us take the lessons from this convention and apply them in our workplaces, our boardrooms, and our classrooms. Let us continue the dialogue, challenge old models, and shape new ones that better reflect our people and our potential. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for your ideas. And thank you for your partnership in building a future-ready Fiji. Thank you again for your attention. May God bless you all. May God bless the Republic of Fiji. May God bless the FHRI. And once again, congratulations on your 20th anniversary. Vinasa valeu.